Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Meet My Dog, and I have a very special guest here. Actually, I have two special guests, my dear friend Doreen, who I work with at church, and she's a children's pastor, and this is...
Chloe.
Chloe is a beautiful dog. How old is Chloe?
Chloe's 13.
Yeah, I could kind of tell that Chloe was a little along. She's very calm and loves being petted, right? She's a good lap dog?
She thinks she is.
She thinks she is. Okay, very good. Now, Doreen, one of the things we like to do on Meet My Dog is play Guess the Breed.
Okay.
So I've gotten halfway good at this. It's something we do just for fun now. This one's kind of easy for me. Chloe is a Bichon Frise?
Yep.
Okay, very good. And she's very pretty and very calm. And what's special about Chloe to you and your family?
Well, Chloe was an answer to prayer.
Yeah?
Because my husband was not a dog person. And my son is highly allergic to dogs.
Wow.
So there was one day when one of my daughters, something had happened to her. She had to go to the emergency room. And my husband was so happy that everything went out okay with her, he told her she could have anything that she wanted.
Oh.
So she was 10 years old at the time. And she said, "Dad, I want a dog." So the challenge to that was we had to get a dog that was allergy friendly. So God provided her because we went to the mall one day and she was sitting there in the cage. Now she was already 4 months old. And I don't know if you know this, but when they're 4 months old, they get ready to ship them back to the breeder because they're a little old. So when I saw her, I fell in love with her. And she was just a very special dog. We made an appointment to bring my son back to sit with her for a little while. We should have known then that she was a feisty dog because instead of playing with any of the toys, she wanted to play with the garbage can. Not the garbage, the garbage can. So she was a funny little girl, and my son was good with her. So that day we brought her home, and from that day on, she's been a great dog.
Yeah.
She's a loving dog. She's a little shy until she gets to know you, and then when she gets to know you, she wants to sit on your lap. She just wants to be with you. So she was really our answer to prayer to get a dog.
Okay.
And
tell me one thing about Chloe that's special or unique or funny or different.
Well, Chloe is very sensitive in that she knows when you're feeling down. So Chloe, if you're feeling down and you're sitting there, she'll come and she'll sit on your lap and she'll just put her head on you and she'll stay there until until you want to get up. And sometimes she won't even get up. She'll make you stay there. So she has slowed me down because sometimes I'm just on the go constantly. And Chloe has sat on my lap and been like not moving, and she'll slow me down, and that's really a good thing for me. So she's a comforter. She's definitely a comforter and a friend. She is a silly dog because when she wants a treat, she'll go get a toy. And that's the only time she plays with toys is when she wants a treat.
She'll trade you the treat for the toy. Toy for the treat.
And she has this thing where you throw it twice and she'll bring it back and then that's it. It's like, okay, I'm done. Give me the treat and I'm off. So she does that.
So she has a sweet spirit of discernment.
Yes.
Now, Chloe's had some health issues lately, and there's a little bit of a story. Could you tell us briefly about how Chloe overcame?
Yes. Well, by the grace of God, Chloe was a very sick dog. She's had bladder infections for most of her life, but that is a breed thing. So there was a couple months ago, she just started bleeding all over the place. And we didn't know what was going on, and we took her to the vet, and they did all kinds of tests. And it was determined that her bladder was it looked like a cave. It had these things hanging from the top and the bottom, and it was totally filled, and they didn't know what it was because they had never seen it before, and the vet was sending out her results all over the place to see what are we going to do about this, how can we fix this. But at that point she was so weak that there was nothing they could do about it then anyway. So we had to get her to eat again. They gave her antibiotics. She had to go through a full round of that before she could even. And as that time was going on, and everybody was praying for her. We had the prayer team at church praying for her. We had the kids praying for her. I was laying hands on her. She's a special dog because she is that kind of comforter dog. She gets, and there's some things going on at home that she's needed right now. So, God just provided, and she had to go in finally. She was okay. strength-wise, and she was going in for all her preoperative tests, and I take her in, and she gets her blood test done, and she gets her new ultrasound done, and they call me back into the room, and she says to me, I don't know how to explain this, but she said her bladder is completely normal.
Wow.
So all of that stuff that was in her bladder, and I'm not going to say it wasn't painful for her because she went through a intense time, but God had allowed her to get rid of all of that stuff in her bladder naturally.
So no surgery.
No surgeries.
Wow, what a miracle. Chloe, you are a very special dog. You are highly favored.
She is.
By God and your family, I'm sure.
Amen.
All right. Well, Doreen, thank you so much for sharing Chloe and for sharing that amazing, inspirational story. And thank you for watching Meet My Dog. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next episode of Meet My Dog.